Hi, my name is Matt Fagliarone, and today I'm going to be showing you the Smart Integrated Backpack demo. First, we have a few things that we're going to need to make this happen. We're going to have our router, which we have from our original Smart Connected Backpack. We have our integrated controller tool and battery pack. And finally, we have our Surface Pro. All right, so once we know that our tool is connected properly, we need to get some internet access. So then we need to take out our wireless access point or our cell phone to be able to get internet access. But once we're connected to our router, if we go ahead and type in the IP address of the router, we can access the main home screen for it. If we type in our password, which is Atlas Copco, we will log in, we'll have access, and then we'll take out our phone and turn on our wireless hotspot, or take out our wireless access point, make sure that it's on, and hit scan under the repeater button in the Internet tab. After we hit scan, it's going to ask us to find our Wi-Fi network we want to connect to. So in this case, I'm using a wireless access point, and it's going to be under Verizon MiFi 8800. So I'll go ahead and select that. And the password that we have here, I'm typing in. And then all we have to do is hit join. This will take a few seconds, but we will know it's connected once it says success at the very top. There we go. And we can also see in the top left now, it has our Wi-Fi connected. And we can see here our Wi-Fi network name telling us that we now have internet access. Okay, now that we have internet access, we're going to hop into ToolsNet and set up a notification. So once we're in the notifications tab, we'll select trends. We will find our going to be failing Pset and select that. We'll hit next. We're going to switch this from interval to consecutive. And we're going to set this to 3 consecutive NOKs. We're going to hit next, select our email addresses here. We can give this whatever name we'd like, but in this case here, I'm going to type in NOK, please check the program. I'll hit next. It'll give us a quick summary about what we created. I'll hit finish here. Now below, we should be able to see that this notification is set up. We can see that we are the recipients. And on the far right side, we can actually test this notification to ensure that it is connected properly. So once we hit the test settings button, it's going to go ahead and send us an email notification. It might take a few seconds, up to 30 seconds to a minute, but once we receive that notification, we will know that we're good to go and ready to begin the demonstration. Okay, so then we're going to hop into ToolsTalk 2 and check to make sure that we have the correct Pset set up. All we're going to need for this demonstration is one Pset that's going to result in an OK and one that's going to be an NOK. So we can set this up so that we either have a simple angle program where we will not need the block, or if we have the block on hand, we can set up an OK and NOK result that way as well. Finally, to finalize the setup, we're going to hop into SQS and make some adjustments. Here we're going to be using the original SQS backpack demonstration. The only edits we're going to make is we're going to change the first joint from Pset 1 to Pset 2 so that it does result in an NOK. We're also going to make sure that we have set up on the right 2 NOK retries to ensure that we can have 3 total NOKs to receive that notification. The last 2 will be set to Pset 1, which is our good Pset, to ensure that we get OKs for both of those. So now that we have everything set up, we're going to run through a full demonstration of the Smart Integrated Backpack so you can confidently go to your customers and present everything we're showing you today. All right, so now we're in SQS 3. So let's go ahead and begin this process. In this demonstration, I'm just going to type in a 5-character code here and hit enter. In your guys' case, this could be scanned in. Now that we're here, it's asking us for part verification where we would normally scan a bracket. Again, in this case, I'm just going to type in our barcode for this, which is bracket, and hit enter. Now it's having us begin the process. So first, we need to manually confirm that we've attached the block to the table. I'm going to go ahead and select confirm here. Next, it's going to ask us to begin the rundown process. So now I'm going to take my IXB tool and begin some rundowns. So we actually had an NOK here to start. Let's try that again. We received a second NOK. Let's try one more time. and we received 3 NOKs, and in this case it's structured so that after 3 fails, we're going to move on to the next bolt and come back to that later. So let's try this one. We received an OK, and the final bolt, we received an OK. So now we finalize this tightening process, but we need to start trying to understand what went wrong, why that first bolt failed 3 times. So I actually just looked over my phone and I received a notification from ToolsNet 8 telling me that I did receive 3 NOKs in a row. So next, we'll go ahead and jump into ToolsNet 8 and try to begin our investigation to understand what went wrong. So when we open up ToolsNet 8, we're first going to see our dashboard. We're going to see some latest results and NOK stats. That's what we have set up here. What this is meant to do is give us some basic insights as to what's happening in the facility to make sure everything is okay, or in this case, we have some NOKs to investigate. Next, we have our reporting tab, where I will run through a top NOK report to see exactly why we received these errors. Once I run this, I can hit the drop down here and see that every single NOK that we received was due to peak torque limit not achieved. So after having all of this information and understanding, we can actually hop over into ToolsTalk 2 and make some adjustments to the Pset to ensure that this doesn't happen again. So now that we're in ToolsTalk 2, we have an OK Pset here that we know ran properly during the demonstration. If we go ahead and select this, right-click and hit copy, we can very easily go ahead and select paste with index and override that previously failing Pset. And before anything actually is live on the tool, we have to make sure that we go up to the top left, select push changes, select our tool that we've made adjustments on, and select push. Now those changes are live on the tool, and we believe we've solved all the errors. So we can hop back into SQS, hit release, and begin this process one more time. We'll type in our barcode and hit enter. We'll once again go through part verification process and type in bracket. After we have confirmed our part, the next step is to again manually confirm that we have our block connected to the table. We will hit confirm. And now we can begin the rundown process one more time to see if we have resolved the error. So we'll go ahead and start performing some rundowns with our IXP one more time. And we can see we've received a green light right away. And continuing through the process, we've now received 3 green lights. The process is complete, and we're ready to begin the next one. All right, so the final step here is we'll hop back into ToolsNet 8 to make sure that this rundown looks as it should. So in the dashboard, we can see our latest results. We can actually see the previous NOKs that we had, and then the OKs on the other 2 joints. And next, we can see our new identifier that we inputted, and the 3 OKs that we had in a row. We can see our final torque and angle, and confirm that this looks exactly how it should, and we've completed the rundown process properly now. In summation, we went through SQS3 to run through the full build process, realized we had some NOKs, received a notification from ToolsNet 8, then jumped into ToolsNet 8 to review the data, realized we had some issues with the Pset, jumped into ToolsTalk 2, reviewed that bad Pset, we replaced it with a good OK Pset, went back through SQS3 one more time, and completed the full build process with all OKs. If you guys have any further questions, please reach out to your Atlas Copco rep.